On November the 22nd of 2021, Columbus police would rush to an emergency call on Fremont Street in Columbus, Ohio. They would find that 23-year-old Eric Washington Jr. has been shot. They would rush him to the hospital where he would succumb to his injuries. Witnesses would tell police about a gray Jeep Cherokee that was seen leaving the scene that day. A gray Jeep Cherokee that looks something like the one that belongs to 21-year-old Samantha Stevens. Samantha Stevens is the girlfriend of Eric Washington Jr., so naturally, the police want to speak with Samantha about her potential involvement. The Columbus police won't have to look for her though, because she turns herself in 2 days after the shooting, and she brings someone with her, an attorney. Congratulations, you are a police detective, and I'm from the future, and you just finished interrogating the young lady in this video. Now, most of what she said throughout this interrogation is consistent. Pretty much everything she said is consistent, but she says one thing that stands out to you, one thing that makes absolutely no sense. The question is, Mr. or Mrs. Detective, can you catch it? I even helped out a little bit. I zoomed in the camera in the section. It's like a 3 or 4 or 5 minute section where she says it. The question is, can you catch it? I'll see you at the end of the video.
If you wish to answer questions now without an attorney present, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to stop answering questions until you talk to a lawyer, and your lawyer's here. So, sir, anything that you want to go over with Samantha?
No. Just being honest, that's all I care about. Okay.
At the time that we started fighting, he was driving, but because I had just popped my tire, and he was angry because I popped my tire. Just small things that set him off. He was angry because I popped my tire, so we switched places, and he was driving to his cousin's house, is where the incident took place. And I wasn't allowed to, go in there or leave or anything. He was driving, and we got into it. I honestly can't remember the exact reason we even got into it.
Okay.
Got into it. We were fighting. He was hitting me with stuff in my car, like deodorant and the ashtray. He was hitting me with all that stuff. He was trying not to hit me with his hands. He was just grabbing me and stuff. I was just trying to hit him, get him out. Just hit him away. He stood outside of my car and was talking. And there was the gun that was already in the car. And that was technically his gun, but it was in my possession because we had just switched seats. And it was underneath my seat. I'm mad. You are really, really mad. He started doing extra everything. He spit on me. He was being really mean. And it was a struggle. It was a struggle for the gun. Because he was just taunting me at that point. He was like, you're not tough. You can't do anything to me. You can't do anything. He's like, what are you gonna do besides with that gun? And we had fought multiple times. We had fought, and there was always a gun. I always took the gun. I always took the clip. I always threw it away so he couldn't use it. Because there's been times where he shot at my car, where he just shot blankly in the air at me, just to prove a point to me, you know. And it was the struggle.
Take your time.
Yeah. in my car. I was getting over back to the driver's seat. At this point, he said he was gonna go inside and get the gun. Don't worry about it, because I had got the gun during the struggle. It was in my possession now. He was like, don't even worry about it. I'm going in to get this gun. When I come back out, like, this car is gonna be in pieces. Like, he's like, it's a raggedy car. Like, the bitch driving it, just saying anything, just saying he was gonna come back and just shoot my car with me in it. And I believed him. He shot my tires out of my last car. There's probably proof of that somewhere, but he shot those tires out before in my car. So as I was going over to the driver's seat, I just shot one time, like, in the air. I aimed completely away from him. Completely away from him. I don't know. But when I drove away right after that, because he came back outside after he said he was going in the house to get a gun. He came back and was just standing by the door. I just wanted to scare him into not coming back outside. And I started driving away right after that. I got a call. On my phone. Not on my phone, on his phone. It was in the car. It's connected to my Bluetooth, and I was already on the phone. And I answered it, and they said, where's my brother? Where's my brother? Where's my brother? I was just like, I don't know, I'm not with your brother. They were like, you shot my brother, bitch? I was just like, no. No. No, no. No. I didn't shoot him. That's it. They told me, I read an article and it said that he was dead, and it was hours before they told the family. I was thinking when they told me he was shot, I was like, oh, he must have just got shot in his foot or something. It might have just been like a little graze.
I want to go back just a little bit. When you said he, you're referring to Eric Washington.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you and Eric been together?
The beginning of 2020, January, February 2020.
Okay. And
it was like an open relationship, you know. Like, he saw other people, I saw other people in between.
And where were you before you went over to his cousin's house on Fremont?
Where did we go before that? We were at his house that morning. We stopped at.
And where is that?
His house on Deerker Road.
Okay.
We stopped at another one of his family members' house. I believe it was on, I can't remember if it's North or South Hague, on Hague Street. But whenever we're in Columbus, he's normally driving. But the only reason he didn't, when we left, he wasn't driving. The only reason because the police were there, because they were giving him an eviction notice. So they were at his apartment. They were there when we pulled off. So after I popped my tire, we went to a tire shop on the west side. And after that, he insisted on me pulling over so he could drive. So he was just already really angry. He's just really mad because I popped my tire. He's calling me stupid. Really mad at me. He was really mad that morning because they came in and woke us up. So he was like, I already know it's going to be a bad day. Whenever he says that, it's always a bad day. I should have just went home.
Why didn't you tell him about some of the other abuse, Eric?
I went over so long. First time that he hit me was at my house. And one time I remember it was about May in 2020. It's the first time he hit me. And first, like, he hit me, you know, but I wouldn't consider it serious. Like, it's serious, of course, but like, I wouldn't consider it as serious as the next time he hit me. The next time he hit me, I was with my friend. We were just driving, and I threw some money at him. Like, basically like, this money's not worth this argument. Like, I threw it at him, and he pulled the car over and dragged me out and dragged me down to the ground in front of my friends. Left me. I live in Akron, but I'm always in Columbus, and he's always in Akron. We're always going back and forth between Philly's house. He's me down to the ground and left me in Columbus. And I had to get my own way home with my friend. And
You said he was I'm sure.
he smacked me. He smacked me that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first time he.
Yeah, the first time he hit me, it was the smack too. He didn't start getting really angrily violent until December. He was dealing with another woman before me, and she was in prison actually. And when she got out and she didn't kind of want to like be with him or entertain him, he went to like a really dark place. It's really bad for me, you know. And it was like, it's really bad. I was like, we've gone weeks without talking to each other before and got back around each other, and it was like the same. But even like recently, like every day I've been around him, like he's been really angry. And even this last time when I just came to see him, I tried to leave like twice. The last text on my phone from him was like, come back, please come back, because we were already fighting. He shoved me out the door that day. He came in our house one time, and he came in my house. He opened the window. Actually, he opened it up. It was like a sliding glass window in my apartment, and I didn't know how to lock the screen at first, but he opened it up, and he came in, and while I was sleeping one time, and he kicked me in my chest. He kicked me in my chest, so I lost my breath really bad. He just kept kicking me in my chest, and he went into my room and took all the money I ever had. Like, I don't know, like all my money I saved up over years and years and years, and he took it all to pay lawyer fees for the high-speed chase that he was in. And I tried to get it back, and he downstairs. And there was a gun involved in that situation as well. There was a gun in my apartment, and I didn't use it. I never wanted to hurt him. And even when he was doing that, even when he was taking everything I had, I never wanted to hurt him. I never had any intentions of hurting him. Even through all that, I went back around him.
Is that the one where you filed a police report with Akron?
I filed a police report, and I filed a report after that saying that he had broken in while I was at work. But it didn't end up going anywhere. He just broke in and sat there basically and just looked at my things.
And when you talked about for attorney fees out of the pursuit, was that the one in Delaware?
Yes.
Were you with him?
I was in the passenger.
Okay.
And I believe it was my rental car.
You mentioned earlier when you first spoke that he had shot your car in the past.
Yeah, and just the tires. He had just shot the tires.
Where were you?
In Columbus.
No, but where were you in reference to the car when he shot the car?
Oh, in the car.
You were inside the car? Okay. Were you in the driver's seat?
Driving.
And which car was that?
In my old Ford Taurus. I sold it.
Okay.
But I've had to get the tires replaced multiple times. If he didn't shoot him, he stabbed him out. He busted my windshield multiple times. He's done all of that. And it was just a pretty toxic.
And sometimes it's hard to gauge someone else's intent. What do you think when he shot your car? What you think he was trying to just damage your car, or what did you feel like?
To stop me from leaving. I wrecked one of his cars before in Columbus, trying to leave from him, hurting me. I was like locked in the car by myself for a long time over It's like in West Park, honestly. Like, I think that's where it was at. And I was like, he always just wanted to stop me just so he could hurt me. His family always told me, like, he's gonna end up killing you.
Who told you that?
His family, his brothers, everybody, his brother's girlfriends, everybody who saw us fight. We fought in Columbus, we fought in Michigan, we fought in Akron, we fought in front of everybody. Everybody. Like, everyone knows. When this happened, his family was calling me like, we know why, but why? Like, you know why, but why? And I didn't believe it. I was in shock. I still don't see how it happened. I don't understand how it happened. She was alive. But he was trying to hurt me.
Okay.
I believe he was really trying to hurt me. He was so angry. I don't even remember why he was so angry.
How did you get the injuries on your face?
He had busted my lip. When we were fighting.
When was that?
We were fighting right before this happened.
Okay.
Yeah, in the car.
And how did he bust your lip?
It was either his fist or his elbow. I think it was his elbow or the ashtray. He really wasn't using his closed fist much. Like, he was trying to elbow me or like hit me with something, just because he would always say, "I'm not even worth touching." Like, you know.
Okay. And were you in the Jeep?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yeah.
And that the Jeep was registered to you, that it was parked in Cleveland? Okay. When the initial fight happened, were you both inside the vehicle?
Yes.
And you mentioned earlier, but were you on the passenger side?
Passenger.
And he had driven from the tire shop then to there?
The tire shop, he drove.
Okay. So how did he end up out of the car, and how did you end up over from the passenger seat to the driver's seat?
Just jumped over.
So you didn't get out of the
I
car?
didn't get out.
Okay.
He got out. He got out and was holding my door. He's acting like he's gonna break it off.
So then once you got into the kind of driver's seat area, take me through that kind of step by step what happened.
As I shot, I was jumping over and I just seen him peek his head out. I didn't even think his body was out or anything. I seen him peek his head out, and I aimed down. And I pulled off, and I started texting him. I was just like, it's basically like, dude, fuck you. I was like, fuck you. Like, why would you put me through this? Why would you? I was texting him like, I know he's dying.
So let's just back up just a tad bit. So when he was still at your car and you got into the driver's seat, you mentioned there was a struggle for the gun, which you said was under the driver's seat from where he had been driving, which was his gun.
Yeah, it was his in my possession because, you know, he has a felony.
Okay.
And so once he did get that felony, he wanted to leave all his guns and stuff at my house, and I told him they could, because it was legal for me to have guns now, and I told him that was fine.
So how did the gun come into play? From you're in the driver's seat, you guys are.
He was just like, don't. He's like, don't think that you're gonna do anything. Like, you can't do anything to me. Like, he's like, you have this gun, you're still a bitch. Like, you're still a bitch. Like, I'll take this bitch from you. I was just like, he was like, I will take it from you. He was like, you won't. He was like, nobody will care. Like, he was like, nobody will care, like, about you. Like, nobody cares about you besides me. Like, nobody cares about your life besides me. Nobody cares besides me. And I was like, you don't care. He was like, you're right. And I had came out there. We hadn't been talking or seeing each other for a while. I came out there because I got into an incident with another guy. It was pretty much just verbal and all that. But he, he was like touching me and being extra. It's like the guy that I was arguing with. So I went out there to tell him about it and hope that he was gonna maybe like do something or something, say something, do something. And he was like, why would you even come down here? Just see it did worse. Like, he's like, I'll leave you here.
As we head to our last commercial break, let me preface this statement by saying no woman or man should put their hands on somebody. It shouldn't be happening, okay? But let's just take this the right way. Just listen to it. There are some women who have a one-off and a guy puts his hands on her and mistreats her. That's a one-off. It happens, okay? They just pick the wrong guy and they move on from that. But there are some women who it happens over and over and over again. And after a while, you have to start asking the question, is this your type? Is this who you're choosing? Do you like the guy who you have to hide his guns when he's a felon? I mean, if you have to hide his guns and he wants to break the law, maybe he has poor character. Maybe he's going to do things like this. At some point, maybe you just, okay, I'm going to leave it right there.
So did you remove the gun from under the seat?
The seat, no.
How did the gun? I'm trying to figure out how the gun came.
It was under the seat, like it was under the seat, but it was moved. It was already moved to the side door. Not.
Which on the passenger side or the driver's side?
After it was, because when we were driving, you know how when the car stops, it'll come from underneath the seat, so we had to move it. I don't remember honestly if I moved it or if he moved it to the compartment thing, but that's where it was at.
So on which side of the car?
The passenger.
On the passenger side.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you were in the passenger seat and you guys were fighting, when did the gun come out or come into play? And I guess how did it end up?
He was reaching for it.
Okay.
He was reaching for it. I didn't have it out. He was reaching for it. He brought it up and he reached for it. I was just scared. I just wanted him to come back outside shooting. I didn't want him to come back outside shooting. I just didn't want him to come back outside shooting at me.
So how did you get the gun from him once he pulled it out of the compartment?
It was a wrestle. Like I was grabbing onto it like this. And he was grabbing onto it like this, and we were just both like holding it. And I ended up being the one who got it. He wasn't much bigger than me. He was much stronger than me though, but he wasn't much bigger than me. So us being in the car and him not being able to really get up and all that.
So he was still inside the car at this time?
At this time,
okay.
Yes, when you wrestled.
So did he exit out of the car?
Hmm?
He got out of the car?
Yeah, he did. He said he was going inside to get another gun. He's like, you know what? Basically, like, you got this one, I got another one. I was never allowed in that house.
Okay.
His cousin's house. He just said he didn't want me to talk to him.
Is it a trap house?
I've never been inside. I really can't speak for that, but he said, like, using his words, like, I don't need to be in a house full of dudes. I don't need to, like, he's like, you're a woman, you're my woman. Like, he's like, you're basic. He's like, that gives you a pass to be a, like, he was real controlling. He's like, that gives you a pass to be a, mess with these guys, my friends. I was just like, I had never been in there. I've never met anybody that was in there. I don't know them at all. Like, I really just didn't believe that I had shot him. I was thinking they shot him. I didn't know what was going on because it was a single shot, and I aimed for the ground, just not to hurt him. Because honestly, if I would have known that he got shot, I would have stayed. They probably would have killed me too. Like, and I would have stayed.
You know what kind of gun it was?
The gun, yeah, it was a Glock. It was a 43X.
Okay.
And it was a 9.
Now, as I said before, this channel is not a political channel. I'm not making an argument for or against the Second Amendment. That's not what this is about. Y'all can argue in the comment section as long as you're responsible and respectful. Don't have no problem with that. Y'all put your arguments out there. I'm staying out of that. But I am going to make an observation here. Now, she puts on this front like the guns are his. He's a felon. She's just hiding his guns for him. She's just innocent little thing. But why does she know the make and model of the gun? I mean, that's kind of odd for somebody just hiding a gun for somebody. Almost like she's a little bit of a gun enthusiast herself. Just saying. I mean, what kind of gun this is, spouts it out like it's nothing.
How was the car parked?
How was it parked in front of the house?
Yeah.
It was just in front of and it was not in front of his house. It was in front of the neighbor's house. But do you know how the apartments are set up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just outside of one of the neighbors'
It's
houses.
the last spot.
Yeah, I believe we were on the very end. I can't exactly remember like for sure.
Do you remember if it was back then or pulled front forward in? Okay.
Do you remember any of his friends or cousins coming out during the struggle? Do you recall seeing any of them come out?
The door was open.
Door was up.
Well, the door was open for a second, and then when he went back in, the door was closed. Remember that?
When he went back, when
Eric went back to the to go inside, the door was closed.
So when he went inside, where were you inside the car?
In the car, when he
Were
went
you on the
in,
passenger
I was
side
jumping
still?
over.
You were jumping over?
Jumping over because he went in and came back out like 2 seconds, in out, like he was running in out.
And did you fire the gun from inside the car?
From inside my car, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, from kind of as you were going over from the passenger
Yeah.
side to the driver's side?
Yeah. It was just down as far, like I didn't aim towards him at all. Like I've been to the gun range before and I'm a terrible shot. Like, so I was just aiming at the ground. I was just trying to scare him. I didn't want to aim up in the air because I didn't want it to hit him, you know? So I didn't aim in the air. I aimed at the ground as hard as I could.
And where was he when you fired the shot?
The only thing I saw was his head peeking out of the door. The only thing I saw. So there's like, I didn't believe it at all. I didn't believe that it was me. I didn't believe it at all when they called me. I was like, he might have got shot in the foot or something, but because I aimed so far down, like he might have got shot in the foot. I was telling my friends, like, he might have got shot in the foot. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I was denying it. And then I saw an article that said that he had died, and the family didn't contact me until hours later. Because they didn't get notified. I was talking to the family. They didn't get notified till hours later that he had actually passed away.
Mm-hmm. So when you shot at him, were you saying that he was at the driver's side door and peeked in, or was he at the apartment door and peeked out?
No, the apartment door.
Okay, so he was out of the car. You shot from the car on the passenger side?
Yeah,
What's that?
I said, yeah, I was just scared he was gonna come back out, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he had gone back into the apartment, right? And
And he said he was grabbing a gun to come shoot my car up.
And then did he come back out?
Yeah, he did. He went in and out fast, like in and out. The door shut and it opened back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all you saw was his head?
Yeah, just his head peek out. Just I wasn't really looking, like I really wasn't paying attention. I just saw his head peek out and I was just scared. I was just scared. I didn't want to hit him or shoot at him. I wasn't trying to shoot at him. I was just trying to just shoot blank in the air. Just scare him.
How come? Just to scare him, or?
Just to scare him from shooting back at me, you know? Because he said he was going to get a gun. I just wanted to scare him off.
So what was your thought when he said he was getting the gun and was going to come back out? Take me through how you felt. Like what did that mean to you, or how did you feel?
Shoot my car with me in it. That's what he said. So I could have died. I could have died. He could have shot me. You shoot at a car that a person's in, and I was on the side closest to his apartment. If he shot at my car and it went through, I would just be dead instantly. Like he just doesn't care. Like he doesn't care. He's like your life. Like you're nothing to nobody. Like he was saying all this. He was saying he's gonna go get a gun. He was saying all this.
And were the keys in the car? I don't know how your car set. Does it have an ignition key
It's right there.
Oh, you got it right here. Yeah. So was the car running at this point, or?
Running. Yes.
Okay. Did you feel like maybe you should leave at that point, or?
I was leaving. I was leaving. It was as I was leaving. As I was leaving. Just as I was jumping over to leave because it was just taking too long. I feel once we came back outside, I was just taking too long.
Well, things happen fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really fast.
Did you shoot through the windshield or out the
window? It was already,
the passenger window?
Already down, yeah.
Okay.
We were already down. I was screaming for help. But no one would ever help. I was screaming for help. This apartment too, and no one would ever
in his
peek
apartment?
their head out, and I'll just be like, oh.
You say at his apartment? Now, are you staying with him?
No, we
On and off?
I stayed at his house and he stayed in my house. Like I have stuff at his house, but I took most of it because I was leaving. Like I was leaving from him.
So you didn't go back to the apartment after shooting?
I did. I went back.
To his place?
No, not after the shooting. Sorry. No, I went back after we fought the first time. He was shoving me out of his apartment. I went back in there, but I had already took all my stuff to my car after that.
That was the same day?
Yeah. The day before that, honestly. Sorry, just before.
So where are you staying at?
I live in my house in Akron.
Oh, in Akron?
Yeah, I have it there. And we were kind of back and forth between each other's house. Like before he got his apartment, he was staying with me.
So were you pretty much dropping him off there a lot at your cousin's house? Or at his cousin's house, sorry, on Fremont?
Recently.
Recently?
Not any time before the last couple of months. He just started going with it the last couple of months.
Okay. Yeah, because they were saying that he was coming almost every day and you were dropping him off and that you guys are always
I was
arguing.
never dropping him off though. I would be outside waiting for him.
Oh, really? The whole time? Like, how long was he there for?
Hours.
Seriously? Wow.
Was he actually like blood cousins with them? Or was just like this
I
cuz?
never met him. I don't know.
So I'm interested. Like
Not really. That's what I just wrote together in there. That's what I figured.
after you,
I didn't even know the guy's name that lived there.
after you got the flat tire when you were driving initially, and you said he was upset. Do you remember what tire place you went to?
On the west side.
The name of it or anything like that?
Street.
It was a used tire shop. And we tried me $50 for my tire.
Used tire shop.
Yeah.
Okay. And what you remember like what street it was on or cross streets?
5. By where we were at, it only took us like 5 minutes to get to where we were at.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly what tire shop. I have no idea because I was literally just driving blindly. Like, where do I turn? Where do I turn? Where do I go? You know.
And was he fighting with you at the tire shop? Because you said he was upset about the tire.
He was like not talking at all. He didn't talk at all.
Anything physical?
Normally like he would take control and be like the man of the situation. He wouldn't let me talk to the guys or whatever, and when he would take control, but he was quiet. He would let me talk. He let me pay for it. He was mad.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing if we would try to track down video that showed, some of the other parts with him being upset and kind of what led up to.
The people that came in that morning, he was really mad at him just for coming into the apartment to fix his furnace.
The maintenance people?
And the office lady, he went in after they came in, after he argued with them for about 15, 20 minutes, and then he had me drive him down to the office so he could argue with them somewhere.
Is it when they served the 30-day eviction notice or whatever?
No, they served that afterwards. Afterwards.
Was that,
We,
did the apartment management do that or like a deputy?
I don't know. It was in the door. It said a 3-day notice.
Oh, I guess.
I don't remember when we went back. Oh yeah, we went back in the furnace. People were still there. I don't remember where we went initially. Forget.
Were the holes in the wall, is that from him or from you?
From him. The smoothie on the ceiling was for me.
We were trying to figure out what that was.
Smoothie.
Smooth. So I found one report from Akron where he had broken in. Do you know if he filed other police reports?
Me?
Yeah, against him.
Just the other, I filed the robbery when he robbed me. I never filed anything domestic because he had told me that if I filed something domestic, even if I canceled it, the state could pursue it against him. So I never filed anything domestic, honestly, which they should have.
So in 2023, Samantha Stevens would go on trial for the murder of Eric Washington Jr., and the jury would not be able to reach a definitive decision. They had, in fact, a hung jury. Giggity. So the prosecution decided to offer a sweet plea agreement. They would elect to drop the murder charge, and in exchange, Samantha would plead guilty to reckless homicide, leading to a sentence of 5.5 years. So my question to you, after watching her interview, would you have convicted her for murder? And if not, why not? Oh, and that question earlier, don't forget to tell me what she said that completely contradicted her story. On our Sunday morning episode of Behind the Scenes, I'll discuss the answer before getting into our topic. Thank you so much for dropping in again. Don't forget to let YouTube know that you value this channel. Send them a signal by hitting that like button and leaving a comment about the aforementioned topics. And I'll see you again soon, right back here on They Caught Me. Till next time.